Okay, I've got my talking shoes on, and I've had a shower, so you're in for a treat. My name's Liz, I'm from London. Woohoo! I've come a long way to be standing in a room of strangers who have the same understanding of the disorder I've lived with all my life. I'm hoping I don't cry. I'm just going to crack on because I've got a lot I want to say. This quote is really important to me, so I'm just going to read it out. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all time, this is my back. This was my back in 2005. This is my chest. These are scars that are old, but they're permanent marks that will be with me forever. I was speaking today, in fact, with two, I think, dear friends already who I've just met. We were talking about scars, and if someone were to say I'd be standing in a room like this with 500 people showing you the parts of my body I've been most ashamed of, I would never have believed them. But here I am, and I hope that what I'm about to tell you is something that will give you incredible hope and determination with your own struggles, because I've done it. I've been there, and I know it better than anything else. This is my shoulder blade. So my story of recovery started in 2005. Compulsive skin picking was chronic under my clothes, under the makeup on my face. I'd hidden it from doctors. I'd slipped through the net at every stage. I was never prescribed medication. I never saw a psychiatrist. I was given medication for acne, and I kept taking that because, the spots were still with me, the scars were there, the wounds were there. But in 2005, my life took a very different turn, and I don't think I'd be talking to you now in quite this way if this experience hadn't happened. I studied theatre in 1995, and in 2005, I started a master's in dance. So those two things already tell you that the body, weirdly, coincidentally, or just very obviously, has been a fascination for me my whole life. And yet, skin picking was chronically all over my body. So wanting to stand up and present and talk and perform and move, but at the same time having to wear a roll neck sweater, not being able to move in the way I wanted to move, not being able to wear the clothes I want to wear, not going out, not swimming, not shopping for the tops I really like and the dresses I really like. So 2005, I signed up for a master's in dance. So I was working at a conservatoire for music and dance. So I was a manager in this building, and I signed up to do the course. I paid £5,000 for the privilege. It was a 2-year part-time master's. The first exercise they asked us to do as students on the course, take a video camera into a dance studio and record how you move. So I struggled with it, and then I decided to do it. I set the video camera up in the corner of a dance studio. I still have the tapes, and I'm never going to get rid of them. I watched my disorder, and the next day I rang my mum, who by this time I had told her about skin picking. She knew because she's a skin picker. She's picked her lips, and in her 70s, she's still picking. And we had a lot of conversations about it, and she said, Liz, maybe this is something you should look at. And I thought, I can't, I'm in a conservatoire, I'm doing all this fancy stuff. She was like, yeah, but maybe. And I thought about it, and this is the first thing that happened. I started taking photographs at exactly the point that the skin picking would happen. I decided to study what my skin picking does. I had no idea this was going to be the thing that would lead me to Dallas all these years later. In the last 6 months, I've been drawing. I hadn't drawn before, really ever since I was a kid. But my friend bought me some charcoal, and I started drawing. You'll notice there's compulsion, there's repetition, there's quite a few drawings. I've filled about 37 sketchbooks in the last 3 weeks. And these images have started happening on the train. I've started drawing on every single journey that I do. When I'm drawing, when I'm painting, when I'm taking a photograph, when I'm taking a picture of a texture, my hands are engaged, my imagination is engaged, my heart is engaged. My skin picking is absolutely present, but it's not happening. This is the last quote for you. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Thank you very much. It's a real privilege to be here.